Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to show you guys my Hoya Retusa and talk about her because this beauty is in flower. I realized it was in flower yesterday when I picked it up to water it. I didn't even know it had peduncles up until yesterday. So it currently has 3 flowers that are open and a couple more buds that haven't opened yet. And I will show you guys in a little bit a close-up of what they look like. But I wanted to share with you guys the care that I've had for her and talk to you a little bit about her. So this particular Hoya, as you can see, is very grass-like, which is one of the reasons it is known as a grass-leaved Hoya. That being said, it may not be the cup of tea for a lot of people because of the way it looks. And I'll tell you that I was one of them originally until I picked it up and it kind of grew on me. So be aware. But yeah, so this Hoya Retusa I purchased from Lowe's in August of 2020 or around then. It was a 4-inch pot, and when I brought it home I switched it out to this terracotta pot, and it was sitting at a north-facing window for a couple of months until I moved it to under a grow light as it was getting closer to fall, and it has been sitting under a grow light since. Now I will tell you something that I did which I think might have been the cause of this Hoya blooming. Because I do currently have another Hoya Retusa who is not in bloom and you might have seen it in the backdrop of some of my videos. So it's this big one, and you might have seen it already, but this one is not under a grow light, so it doesn't get nearly as much light as this Hoya Retusa gets. But I think that is one of the major reasons that has helped this Hoya bloom. Another reason I think is the temperature. So about, I want to say a month ago, I moved this Hoya from the grow light that I have in my bedroom to the grow light that I have in my living room. And my living room in terms of temperature is much cooler than my bedroom overall. And I want to say maybe once or twice the temperature in the living room might have dropped in the 60s. I personally think that might have been the reason that this beauty is in bloom, because Hoya Retusa is also known to be liking a little bit of cooler temperatures, even though it doesn't like drafts. So something to keep in mind. Now, for a Hoya to bloom, you need a peduncle, and if you don't know what a peduncle is, it is a little tentacle or kind of nerve ending that comes off of the Hoya stem. And that is what gives you the flower. So if your Hoya doesn't have a peduncle, it won't be blooming. A lot of Hoyas do take a long time for them to mature and give you a peduncle and a bloom. So if your Hoya hasn't bloomed yet, don't be discouraged. I also will tell you that one of the differences between this Hoya Retusa blooms and the rest of Hoya blooms is that with this Hoya, you only get one individual flower or bloom per peduncle, as opposed to the rest of the Hoyas. When you get a peduncle, you usually get a cluster of blooms or flowers on that peduncle. And you may have multiple peduncles, of course, on a Hoya, which is also the case on my Hoya Retusa. So the flowers are white and they're kind of starfish-like with a little pinch of purple in the middle, and they are so beautiful. And in terms of the scent of them, because Hoya blooms are known to have scents, and this particular one to me smells like an orange blossom. Now it is known for it to smell like lemon from what I have been reading, but to me it smells like an orange blossom. It is very floral. It is heavenly. Now I will tell you that it's not super pungent, so you will not be able to smell this as you enter, the living room, even though I wish. And one of the main reasons also may be that it is a super small plant and there's not that many flowers that are currently open. There's only 3. So if all the buds were to open, maybe you'll be able to smell it from farther away. Currently, you have to kind of get your nose a little bit close to the plant, and then you'll definitely be able to smell it, and it smells great. And I'll show you guys from close up what the flowers look like. So this is one of the flowers that is open. And I apologize if you can hear the wind. It's been super windy today. Here's the other one. And you can also see some of the blooms that are not open yet. There's one open right there. And there's also one closed one that hasn't opened. Alright, so that wraps up this video. I really wanted to share this video with you, especially those of you who are new Hoya parents and are waiting for your first bloom. I personally thought that it's going to take all my Hoyas a long time for them to mature, become big, super luscious plants, and then give me a peduncle or a flower. But this one surprised me. And I'm here to share it with you guys because if you have Hoyas and you haven't seen a flower yet, don't be discouraged. Even though some of the Hoyas do take a long time for them to mature and give you a peduncle or a flower, some don't, and your little Hoya may also bloom. Now, if you've had a Hoya for a long time and it hasn't bloomed for you yet, I would say increasing the humidity and also light may be some of the things that may help it flower for you. And I want to say from those two, what is more important for it to give you a peduncle is light. So give it more light, and more light. When you do get the peduncle to give you the little buds and the flowers, then it is also important to maintain a humidity so that they can open up, and during that time they probably will need more water. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I really hope to see you guys in my next one. Bye.